I want to share three random journaling ideas that you can do. The first one is creating portals or memory associations to particular feelings or times of your life that are uniquely different. It could be like you wake up one morning and you feel like you're in the twilight zone. Everything feels strange and weird. Now, this may last a day or several days, but if you want to record that and one day be able to link it to other times in your life when you feel that way, right? Maybe it happens one day and then a couple years later it happens again, or maybe it's a couple months. What you can do is in a journal or on your computer, write down the dates, write down some things about the feelings. It could be keywords or a few sentences. Capture the idea and the feeling so that when you read it in the future, you kind of reassociate with how that feeling was. Now, what you also want to do is pick a scent or a song or maybe just an activity that you feel goes along with that day. Pick something that captures the mood or feeling that will create a memory-based emotional association to that particular feeling you're having. Now, it could be you're just feeling strange. You could feel nostalgic. You could feel in awe. You could feel hyper aware. Whatever the sort of thing is, you'll likely go through multiple throughout a year at different points of the year. So you pick a scent, maybe a candle or incense or spice or something with a strong scent you can link to the day, the feeling, or a song that you just put on repeat all day long, and that will also help to create an emotional association with it. So write the name of the song or the scent or the activity, or maybe you do all of the above, because what that does is reinforce the feeling with the memory, with the sensation, and the description of the day, so that in the future, maybe you want to try to return to that feeling. You could go back and read it, have that scent, have the music, have the series of activities you do that in a way that's very like a portal, very much like time travel or some sort of alternate feeling. You will re-experience that if the reinforcement was strong enough. You could kind of tap into that feeling again. Or it may happen randomly. And then what you'll do is on that same page of the journal, that same kind of heading, that feeling that you had, you will write again the next time you have that feeling. So maybe 5 months went by and you get that same feeling again. You're like, wow, I felt this before. Go back into your journal and then write the new date and write the feelings and reinforce it with the same activities, music, or scent. Scent is the strongest connection we have to memory, so that's why that one may be the most useful. But again, you can use any number of memory-based emotional associations to connect to these different strange periods that you undergo. And so over the course of your life, you'll be reinforcing and reinforcing those, and it will feel like time traveling. It will be very much like a portal because you're going to connect your memory to each of these specific events, and each time it's going to keep compounding and it's going to get stranger and stranger, or more nostalgic, or more in awe, or right, whatever the kind of emotional sensation, whatever strange thing that's happening that particular time or day or period of days, will continue to exponentially grow, and you'll have these portals that link them together. And so that journaling part of it is to define and create the memory-based associations. So it's not just like, oh, I felt this way before, but you're actually being like, oh, this is that day. I remember that day now. And now this is a new iteration of that. And it's going to continue like that throughout your entire life. So that is the first journaling idea. The second journaling idea has more to do with like a traditional day-to-day journaling or that diary style, except you're going to create a genre. The genre could be maybe you're a detective, maybe you're a spy, maybe you're an alien living amongst humans, maybe you're on a quest. Maybe everyone is an enemy and you're behind enemy lines. Maybe you're in some fantasy world. You've time traveled from some medieval time and now you're in the modern era. Or maybe you're from the future into the modern era. Create a genre and give yourself a character and what you'll do is you're going to journal the day from that perspective. And this is going to do two big things. It's going to reignite certain imaginative qualities, certain, you could even say, childlike wonder, because you're going to be viewing things not as if you're used to them, but from this new perspective. If you're a detective, you're going to be psychoanalyzing everyone. You're going to be looking for little clues and hints, and you'll write those down from that perspective of as if you were in a detective novel, right? You're trying to get to the bottom of things, and so that's how you'll write. If you're an alien living amongst humans, it won't be quite so psychoanalytical, but you'll just be wondering sort of the basic societal or behaviors of humans. And you'll write, why do these humans do that? Why are things structured like this? Why do we build these things? Everything will become as if you're seeing it for the first time and you're trying to understand them. Maybe you're a wizard and you're doing things throughout your day to collect ingredients or knowledge or wisdom so you can come back to your tower and work on spells or something. Yeah, you could create any sort of imaginative genre that you want. Be that person, be that perspective, and write as if you were writing a novel in that perspective. It would transform things maybe you've neglected. Every genre is going to have unique perspectives that you won't get from a different genre. Why? Because you pay attention to certain things. You're transforming certain mundane or things that you're used to into a certain perspective, and that perspective will have unique associations with it, right? It could be the small details, it could be bigger things, it could just be a way to entertain yourself. Either way, you'll transform every action into something a lot more meaningful and a lot more entertaining and a lot more insightful as well. The second thing that it helps with is creative writing. Whether you want to actually write pen and paper or just on the keyboard, it's certainly a good opportunity to work on handwriting skills and stuff like that if you're more into that. But what you do is you're practicing writing in a way that is creative. It could be funny, it could be whimsical, it could be from a third person perspective, it could be first person perspective, whatever sort of genre and style of writing you want. It's a good way to practice that on top of kind of transforming your everyday life and maybe even helping you get through the day if you have very boring routine based work that is kind of driving you crazy. It could be a way to sort of help to transform that to help you get through it. So that's the second idea. The third idea is something I have talked about before, which is keeping a captain's log and naming it a captain's log, because this is for dreams, and it's as if you were in a survival thriller and you're in the outskirts of some faraway place and you're by yourself and you're trying to um, record all these strange events. And that's what dreams are. That's why I call it the true final frontier. And so you could keep a captain's log and write down your events the way that they'll have sailors or sci-fi stories. Anyone traveling, right? They'll keep a captain's log of the day's events and stuff like that. And you can make your dream journal like that, which is much more fun, but it also puts it into perspective of you're exploring these things and experiencing them rather than kind of just jotting down what happened in your dream, but actually give it some agency, give it its own creative world. And it's not as if anyone will know if you've added details or something to it. The point of a dream is that you have it and you could transform it however you want with imagination. And it doesn't make the dream any less valid or real, and could even inspire future dreams. And you can keep doing that, and you'll have this really interesting narrative of your captain's log recording things. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Those were just wanted to make a random video talking about different journaling ideas. But that's all for the video. Thanks for watching.